And, you know, the other day I said I was losing hope for my country. There, we we've lost the boomers, we lost the Gen Xers. You know, our millennials are completely fucked. Our Gen Z's completely fucked. But I had hope for Gen Alpha. But, well, let me put it this way: when you go to a lake, like say that's in the middle of a city or town, you hear all that background noise, cars honking and all that. You can still hear nature, but you don't hear the beauty of nature. Now, but if you go out to a secluded lake out in the middle of nowhere, all that noise is filtered out and all you hear is the beautiful sounds of nature. I'm getting somewhere with this. But, you know, you hear the beautiful sounds of nature there, the birds chirping, the fish jumping, the water of the lake wash. Now, before I was saying we're seeing all this hateful shit spewed out on all over the web there. Blue Sky's been the worst of it so far. And it got so bad, even the admins are like, we got to tone this shit down. And so you know how bad Blue Sky is. If it's that bad that their admins actually stepped in, then you know it's fucking bad. But if you tone out all this hateful shit people are spewing over the last couple of days, and you just focus on it, people from all ages, all walks of life, there have come and said, "Fuck you, we're this is not cool." And it's all backgrounds there, from your factory workers to your mechanics. Yeah, maybe there's one or two teachers, receptionists, all background around people have come together and said, "Fuck you, this is not good. Unfriend me now." Now, if you filter out the noise, we have come so far. Now, you know, this may be from America's perspective, but we all may think Yamamoto was an asshole, but he was a smart man there. But he was a man that was just following orders there. Upon the bombing of Pearl Harbor there, when he's getting congratulated for his victory, he just shook his head and goes, "No, we only just woken a sleeping giant. I can only guarantee you 6 months." Us American people are becoming the American giant there. We have people of all walks of life stepping up, saying, "Enough is a fucking enough." Now, you got those assholes out there that are calling for more violence, only, it's rightful justification. They think it's rightfully justified. A lot of us are getting tired of being attacked, getting tired of the name calling. But you know what? When one man's voice is silenced, they did not silence Charlie Kirk. They, just like Martin Luther King was not silenced, JFK was not silenced, Malcolm X was not silenced. There, what they did when they took Charlie Kirk's life, there, maybe there's a reason he was called home, because it re-sparked the dying fire of the American spirit. It reinvigorated the American fire where we would push through. And hey, Germ, you know, it's I'm when you filter out all that background noise there, and you focus on one's hand, I think the American spirit has been revigorized. And what we gotta do is not let the goldfish mines welcome Cat Bat, and we cannot let the goldfish minds of the election cycle. What I mean by that is they say in election cycle everybody has a goldfish memory, about 3 seconds. A lot of people, they're not going to forget this. I you know, me personally, I'm not going to join in on the people getting fired, but I'm not condoning it either. If you want to spend your time calling people's workplaces and getting them fired, go for it. that's just gonna, but also that might just put them in an echo chamber. Go down the, just put them in the corner of the internet in the echo chair and let them fester. Versus, let them spew that hateful shit so that people know what what we were facing there. Because they let them spew their hateful shit, we'll just remember, you know. But we also just can't do the same thing there of spewing the toxic record. We gotta prove to them that we are better than them. And this goes, you know. I'm losing my. Hey Gap, how's it going? Yeah. But I'm at least glad to say that, I'm seeing thousands of videos, and all of them, and most of them, even said, this is something different than my normal content. But it has to be said, you know. And I'm even seeing people said, like, they're fucking done with the Democrats. This was the last straw. Well, welcome to the club. Welcome to the fight. Fight there. Yeah, what they did to Charlie Kirk and to others there. And Eimer says, yeah, welcome. Says, and was too critical. Did I miss Well, what you did is, you awakened the people who just went on their day. All they did was work, come home, maybe watch a TV show, maybe watch a couple videos on YouTube. Didn't pay attention to what's going on around the world and stuff. But having to watch that video, there are these people having not the audacity to do it, it was a sick thing for them to do in the first place, but do it in broad daylight in front of everybody, and it's getting played on loop. Now, not only do you have to deal with the people like me who enjoy sitting there listening to politics. I could listen to arguments on politics all day long there, because, I like to be informed and shit. But now, you got the single mother who will sit there, is not paying attention. You got the factory worker who just wants to escape the real world after they're done getting stepping in there. You got the everybody's. My point is, everybody's just stepping in. So they're stepping up and they're actually paying attention now. But we gotta keep moving forward. I see a bunch of people said they're not gonna be silenced. They're stepping up. They're gonna go to the campuses there. Now, how that, I don't know. They're gonna hold them indoors, or are they gonna be surrounded by bulletproof glass, or they're gonna say, "Fuck it, we're gonna risk it." I don't know. Yeah, Gap. It is sad that it took this for people to pay attention, but I guess this is the turning point there. People, we're not as divided as they want us to think we are. We as the American people are more together in this. And I had someone say, "Oh, Charlie Kirk wasn't a martyr. He wasn't a hero." Well, he may not have been to you. You may have only watched a couple of videos because people said they did. There's other people say he wasn't a martyr because they only watched cut up clips or one video. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch many of his videos there. But I've seen enough to know that he was a good man. He was a Christian man, And I'm getting to be more. The older I get, the more religious I'm getting. I kind of dropped off the wayside there in my younger years because, like, my dad made me go to church every Sunday. I didn't want to. Right, right thing there. You're right. Look there. I don't like sitting in the pews and all that, but if I could sit in my recliner and watch a church service, I think I would. Would there, but but not just like I have to read. There's a reason this is called Jumble Thoughts with the Gorilla. I got so many thoughts jumbled in my mind here, but the American voices are up. But that's pretty much all I want to say. I just 10-minute video. I think I'm gonna go make supper. See you guys tonight at Defying Gravity. All right, have a good night.